The mountain brigand Toza has finally been captured by his sworn enemy, the cruel Prince Lotarno. Lotarno has a notorious track record. He favors ancient, agonizing methods of punishing his prisoners, and everyone in the court fully expects the captured brigand to face a slow, horrific end. But the prince delivers a surprisingly straightforward judgment. As we can see in this text from the original story, Toza is simply sentenced to be beheaded on the 15th of the month. Toza is immediately suspicious. He knows Lotarno's cruelty firsthand, and an execution this clean feels completely out of character. Down in the holding cell, Toza meets his gaoler, a man named Paolo. Reading their exchange in the text, we see Toza quickly probing for weaknesses, assessing if Paolo can be manipulated or bribed into helping him break out before the execution date. The lack of immediate physical torture actually lulls Toza into a sense of agency. His seasoned survival instincts kick in, and he genuinely believes he has a window to outsmart the prince's deadline. Under the cover of darkness, Toza and Paolo make their move. They slip past the castle's defenses and begin a perilous crawl down the rocky heights. The wilderness surrounding the prince's stronghold is unforgiving. Every step in the dark risks a fatal fall or discovery by the roaming guards. They eventually reach a rushing, purling river. To cross it, they have to navigate a series of slick, precarious stepping stones. Mid-crossing, the heavy brigand loses his heading. He plunges directly into the freezing, rapid currents. Instead of fleeing, Paolo risks his own life. He reaches into the rapids and hauls the soaking wet brigand onto the far bank. Facing death in the freezing water and being pulled out by his captor locks in Toza's trust. He is now completely convinced that Paolo is a loyal ally and that this harrowing escape is entirely real. When daylight breaks, their pace stalls. They have to get completely out of sight to avoid the prince's scouting parties. This passage details their hiding spot. They crawl into a concealed cave with a low opening, forcing them to endure tightly cramped, claustrophobic conditions while they wait for nightfall. To keep the brigand alive, Paolo portions out meager survival rations from a small, hidden satchel slung over his shoulder. They spend several grueling days like this. The elements show no mercy, pounding them with relentless cold winter rain and extreme exposure. The once stalwart mountain fighter begins to rapidly deteriorate. Semi-starvation and the constant paranoia of being hunted strip away his physical strength. During a final, desperate crawl through the valley at night, Toza hears the distant, low roar of a waterfall. That sound is his beacon. It marks the final border to freedom. The severe physical toll has done its job. The prolonged exposure, the hunger, and the constant oscillation between hope and fear have eroded all his natural skepticism. He believes absolute salvation is right in front of him. They finally reach the source of the roar. Golden early dawn light catches the mist of the rushing waterfall, seemingly just steps away. Then the sensory input violently snaps. The roaring water cuts to dead silence. The open wilderness vanishes, instantly replaced by the cold, enclosed stone walls of a dungeon. Disoriented, Toza looks up. Instead of the open sky he expected to see, his eyes lock on to a mechanical clock hanging on the wall. Looking at the story's conclusion, we see the horrific timing of his arrival. The minute hand clicked precisely to 4. Standing there, Prince Lotarno calmly watches his prisoner. He says, "You are just in time. We are waiting for you." The entire escape was a calculated fabrication. The prince knew that simply dropping an axe on a hardened mountain fighter was too merciful. Real vengeance meant engineering days of starvation, exhaustion, and false hope to rip freedom away at the exact second the
Want to hear more horrifying, revenge, real stories? Some stories are too dark to forget. Subscribe to Storybook for more horror and revenge, real stories.